Hey, this is your guy James. Uh, got a cup. Ever since we lost that playoff game, looks like we got some news. A couple days later, Chiefs fired Bob Sutton. It was a long overdue, probably 3 years overdue. It was just we can't be wasting Patrick Mahomes' prime years where we don't pay him elite quarterback money. He's on a rookie deal. And we have one of the best offenses in NFL history. And Bob Sutton's defense refused to adjust. That playoff game against the Patriots was just embarrassing. It was just flat out embarrassing, and they had to make a change. I commend Andy Reid for making the change. He had the. I think our defense. I mean, our defensive players were getting frustrated. You saw the little tweet by Steven Nelson with the Kermit the Frog gif drinking his iced tea, and so I mean that just shows me right there like a lot of the players were frustrated with Bob Sutton. You had to make the change, and so a couple days later after Sutton was let go, we hired Andy Reid's old buddy Steve Spagnuolo. Now Spagnuolo's an interesting replacement. He's had his defense has kind of been roller coaster. But one thing I do like about Spagnuolo is he's not scared to play aggressive, and he can. He's not scared to play aggressive. He'll blitz. He's a Jim Johnson disciple. Jim Johnson was the defensive coordinator under Andy Reid during those good defenses that they had in Philadelphia. So, yeah, Spagnuolo's defenses have been like up and down, like I said. But I think where he's had success is where they're able to rush the passer, and that was the Chiefs' strength. It's going to be an interesting offseason, especially see what we do with some of these defensive moves. Does Eric Berry come back? I probably think so. I think he'll have the heel surgery, and we'll see. He at least I believe he at least has one more season, just because of the contract. I mean, there's a lot of dead money if you release Eric Berry, and I think with the surgery and everything, I think he has an injury settlement. I think by March he gets owed a certain amount of money. I haven't really studied it that much. And then Justin Houston is interesting as well. We can save $14 million if we release Justin Houston. Now it's $7 million in dead cap, but $14 million is a lot of money. And so I'm interested to see what they do there. I'm kind of curious to see if Justin Houston, they go to Justin and say, "Hey man, you're $21 million. You cost $21 million. Let's kind of redo this deal. We know you're kind of getting towards the end of your career. Hey man, we can cut you. You can go to some team, that has hopes maybe to make the playoffs. But we know, Justin, that your best shot at the Super Bowl is restructuring here and giving it another go for another year or two." And I think that can be a case. Brett Veach can go to Justin Houston and make his case there. Then you got the D Ford situation. D Ford. I'm not a fan of giving him an extension. If D Ford is a part of this football team, it needs to be under the franchise tag this year. Say, "Hey D, prove it another year. You have some injury history. So we're not real comfortable giving you a big long-term contract. So play under the franchise tag. You show out again, then okay, we'll talk. Or they can franchise tag them and put them out on the trade market. And I think they can get a lot in the trade market. A first round draft pick, I think they can probably get for D Ford. And that's just something, maybe they dangle him into the trade market and see what's out there. They can get a first round pick, take the first rounder, get another edge rusher, and there you go. Or you can just add pieces. If they believe that Breland Speaks is a better fit for the Spagnuolo's 4-3 defense as a 4-3 DN, then, there we go. We fix that problem. So it's a big year for Brett Veach. He's got some decisions to make. Then we got Chris Jones and Tyreek Hill's contracts coming up. So, you got to pay. I think you probably got to pay those guys. Especially, actually both of them. I was going to say especially Tyreek, but Chris Jones, man. What do you have, like 15 sacks this year as an interior lineman? And I think he could be a big asset to the 4-3 defense as a defensive tackle, pass rushing defensive tackle. He could be that Aaron Donald type of, pass rusher. So, yeah, it's a big off season for the Chiefs. They got to get this right, man. If they can get this right, man, like they're the Super Bowl. I think they're the Super Bowl favorites next year. I really do. Like, you get this right, you add some pieces to that defense. Maybe add another running back, maybe to go along with Damian Williams. I think we could be talking about. We can try this over again. I know we're not gonna. This year, the offense broke record. Like, they were a record-setting offense. Even if they go down just a tad notch, and the defense is top 20, that's a Super Bowl. That's a Super Bowl team. So it's going to be an interesting off season for the Chiefs. And once draft time and free agency comes up, I'll go ahead and kind of talk about those on here. So if you have any questions or you like these videos, just hit up the comment section and I'll answer your questions or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and get off there. Peace out, guys.